Hello, it's Jimmy here, the Rileys. I have here a new tool we can show you today. This one is from Launch China, and I'll put the link in the video description when I'm finished. So let's open it up and have a look. So if we open the case here, it comes in the usual hard case, and we've got your usual sort of booklets and cables in here. Okay, so here is the tool itself. Spin it around. It is the X431 Pro Elite. And of course I've got a lovely Vivaro here that I can plug it into and check it. Okay, so this vehicle's got engine management light on, I believe. Check anti-pollution system. I think it says check injection system and engine failure hazard as well. So you can see the engine is cold because it came down on a trailer. Okay, let's get this fired up. Do an auto scan. It should be able to find and read the VIN and tell me what car it is, or van. Now this is a Vauxhall, but it identifies as a Vauxhall, but it is a Renault, so it would usually come up as a Renault Traffic. Now we can do an automatic search. And do a health report. We find all of the fault codes that are present on the van here. This will just run you through the entire system. So it's able to search every module in the van. And once we're finished, it should pop up like this. So, yep. This vehicle now, someone has diagnosed it as it needs a turbo. So I said bring it down to me and we'll see what's going on. We do have a boost pressure circuit, pressure too high upstream of the turbo is implausible. I think what's happening is we're getting a build-up of pressure between the pipe and the sensor there, because I've seen that fault before. We've also got glow plug issue there for the preheating. Now, oil level sensor, usual stuff, battery monitor sensor. So if we go in here, we've got, on this particular tool we have special functions. We can do oil dilution resets, adaptives after regenerating your particle filter or after replacing it. You can do your injector codings. You can even write your VIN. Now if we go back, we can go to data streams as well to see what's going on with the actual vehicle. And I'll show you a little chart here that you can use this for. So basically we're looking at a pressure upstream of the turbine on this. It's got a fault to it, so if we go to upstream pressure, and I'm gonna also put the speed of the engine, that one, and if we graph those, we can get a little graph up here. Now if I rev the speed of the engine, this one should sort of come up and down at the same sort of rate. So let's try that. You can see there's a bit of a delay in that as it comes back down. You can see the chart is coming off to the right, and it should be sort of a more sharp drop like this one. Now you can see in your live data you've got all sorts of sensors on the vehicle that you can look at. Boost pressure is another one, and we'll put the boost pressure reference. So if we look at boost pressure reference, what I'll do is I'll go back and remove the other two items so we're not getting confused. Now we've got the boost pressure, and we'll graph that. So it looks to me like its boost pressure isn't reading correctly. But all of these other items here that you can go through. Basically, if anything's controlled by a sensor, you can read it here in the live data. You can do actuation tests of your EGR valve, the preheater, so you can test the glow plugs. Now the only thing I would say about me trying to do that single-handedly here is this is wired, so it's not a Bluetooth version, it's wired to the car. What I would need to do is press this and then go around and test the glow plug, to see if we're getting power there. It might be a little bit difficult if you're on your own, because of you can't physically take this out to the front of the van because the cable isn't going to reach, so you are restricted a little bit on the cable rather than a Bluetooth dongle. So you get all of these items here. Again, you can read defaults, you can obviously clear them, you can make a report, and you can send this report to the customer. Okay, Riley's Autos. Press OK. You can save that report and then email that straight over to the customer, and this is the report that they'll receive. They'll receive that file on an email. And what you can say is, when it's doing the scan here, you can see it's running through the scan. Like, this is the normal sort of setup that you get. So it doesn't have, some of the higher end models have the different sort of scanning system here, and that goes by the name of topology, which you can see where each module runs and which ones are connected. This one just gives you the text list right here. So what I am going to do is I am going to send this to the customer. Here's my option to do that. So here's my option to do that. Just enter the customer's email address and we can get that sent over. So all in all, I'd say it's a pretty good tool. A little bit restricted because of the cable, but it is a cheaper tool than most. It can do most of the stuff that the higher end tools can do. So if you're looking to use it for professional use, I'd say yeah, I could use it for that. I would prefer the Bluetooth dongle on it. There was a time that I wouldn't prefer that because I thought, no, I'm just going to end up losing that, but now that I've got used to it, it's a big step back for me. But as a professional tool, I think it's a pretty good choice. Just apart from that, that's the only sort of downside that I can see to this tool. So that is the Launch X431 Pro Elite. Like I said, I'll put the link in the video description where you can buy it from. It's going to be an Amazon link, I'm pretty sure, so it's not a Launch UK product. And I'll see you on the next video.